Alrighty, Mr. Gatekeeper here. Here we have a very unique, possibly one of a kind 959. Possibly, I don't know. There could be another one out here like this, but basically what you're looking at is what a ham operator would call a converted CB. Okay, this right here is a converted DX959 10 meter rig. That's the way you pretty much have to look at it, meaning the channels don't mean anything. The VFO is what you're going off of only. The channels don't mean anything. Okay, so anyway, let me give the story behind this. I bought this radio brand new back when I first got into the hobby. Honestly, it was maybe a year or two after I got in the hobby, and I wanted extra channels on it. So I went to Lescom and bought a Lescom board, and I installed it, and it worked perfectly. I don't agree where I put the buttons for the changing the bands in the 10kc. I wish I'd have put that somewhere else, but at the time, man, I was surprised to even pull this off. So all was well until I figured out that it would not go into the 10 meter band fully. It was like stopping right where the voice band began. So I contacted Lescom and I'm like, look, man, I would like to have this to where it goes all the way into the voice portion of the 10 meter band, because in the future I wouldn't mind getting my ham license. You know, that's how I was thinking at the time. You know, I wouldn't mind getting my ham license in the future. So he explained to me that that wasn't possible with the type of chip that's in the radio, but let him see what he could figure out and he would contact me back. So he contacted me back and had come up with basically a crystal switching board, which was going to add a second switch to the bottom, to where it was going to switch from the factory crystal and the new crystal, which would give me the coverage I wanted. And I pretty much had to sign a waiver and an agreement that they can't be held responsible if it didn't work, because this wasn't something that they sold. This is something they had to customly make for me on the fly. So I agreed to it, and they shipped it out, and I installed it, and it did not work. My radio completely just quit working. It wouldn't go to it wouldn't work at all, pretty much. So at that time, I sent it down to Lescom, which I'll have the video on this description, on the eBay description. And Lescom went through and fixed it for me, and made sure it was on frequency, made sure the modulation was great. Everything, you know, just went through and just did everything I asked him to do, and I was very happy with it, with the results. The only thing I was a little at odd about until he explained it to me is when I got the radio back. As you can see, the on the CB band, the channels did not line up with the frequency, and I'm like, what's up with this? So he basically explained to me with what I wanted with this radio, for it to have the CB frequencies and the full 10 meter frequencies, that once he did that modification, there's no way for the channels to line up on the CB band. He did explain at that point that I do have an option of installing a modification. I can't remember what the name of the mod is, but it basically adds a new channel display and gives you 3 digits. And he said with that modification, you can actually program your channels, and you can actually then make it line up. But he's like, do you really want to spend 200, 300 more bucks just to have the channels line up? Because you were wanting a converted 10 meter CB pretty much. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So I want everybody to understand that this does have the CB frequencies, but it's not going to line up with the channel. You can pretty much just take this channel and just delete it, the channel display, and you have to go by the VFO right here. Okay, so we're going to go down to channel 1, and I meant to get my head apparatus here. Give me 1 second. Let me put this on and put the phone on it so I can show this. I need 2 hands. Alright. Alright, so I've got this turned all the way counterclockwise. Okay, so it starts right there. This is channel 1. I'm just going to keep going over. That's 1. That's the second band of channels. Third band of channels. Fourth band of channels. Fifth band of channels. So that takes you on into the full, not complete. Let's go to channel 40. As you can see, not complete, like all the way to 30 megahertz, but it gives you the full 10 meter coverage that you would be talking to on the voice band. Okay, so let's go all the way back right here. All right, let's go find where 27.205 is at. Yeah, I've noticed it does that jump every once in a while. He told me to don't worry about it. It just does a little jump like that when you're changing through channels. 27.025 right there. So channel 18, if you wanted to go by that, would be channel 6. 27.205. Alrighty. And as you can see, the changing the bands is right here. This is the 10kc. On, off, and of course we could take the clarifier and move that to where it's. I'm recording a video with it, buddy, right there. So like I said, you can't even just delete this channel display out of your brain. You're going to go strictly by the VFO right here. Okay, so let me show you it working. And this is going to come with a power cord, but not a mic. I don't have the factory mic with it, I don't believe, and if I do, I don't know where it's at. Alright, I got a 25 watt slug in it. Since I got this head apper. You know what, let me go ahead and just take this off. I'll put it back on here in a minute if I need it. Alright, we got a 25 watt slug in, okay. Alright, so we're leading the top scale. I'm going to go ahead and take the RF power and turn it all the way down like it is right there. So that gives us a little bit under a 2 watt dead key. Alright, this is RMS with the RF power all the way down. Oh, hello, cha-cha-cha-cha. Oh, right there, about 5 watts RMS with it all the way down. Alright, we'll turn it halfway. Stick in about 6. Oh, still got forward swing, which is good. Oh, looks like it's doing right there about 7.5 RMS. We'll go all the way up on the RF power. That gives us about a 7.5 watt swing. I mean dead key, sorry. Oh, still got forward swing, which is a good deal. Oh, about 9 RMS. Alright, I'm going to turn it all the way back down and turn the peak kit on. Alright, this is the factory final, by the way. This is just a peak and tune and alignment and all that good stuff that he done. And you can watch the video he did to see further what he did technically. I can't even remember everything he done. That's why I'm going to put the video to it. I'm sure I can find it. I think it's still on the internet, or I downloaded it. Alright, here's peak. So that's 25 watts off the scale. So let me take this 25 watt slug out. Sorry. I don't have a good 100 watt slug, or I need to get me a 50 pretty bad. So I just go on to the 250 watt slug when I'm wanting to show low peak wattage like this. Alright, we're reading the top scale still. So where it says 50, that's 50 watts, and in between is 25 watts. Okay, on the still peak. Oh, what's going on, man? Old Gatekeeper out here cruising with his custom 959. Mr. Gatekeeper cruising break. So it looks like it's doing about 35 to 40 watts peak, which is pretty good, man. If you ask me, it's pretty good. All right, talk back all the way down. Check. What's going on? Old Gatekeeper cruising breaker. Had the Roger beep on too. Old Gatekeeper cruising this Roger beep and talk back breaker. Check breaker. A little bit of squeal trying to come in now. It's a dynamic microphone. All right. I'm gonna hook up a antenna to it. Now, I'm on the dummy load, so I'm gonna go ahead and hook an antenna to it now. I won't press pause. I'll just unhook the coax and switch. Alright, I got an antenna hooked up now. So there's nothing going on the band because I'm on channel 6, 27.025, and there is nothing going on. Go to the lower sideband. Let's go find 27.385. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch to the next band. Y'all give me 1 second. Alright. $27.385. Right there. 27.385. So yeah, there's nothing going on. Alright, lower sideband. Yeah, the band's dead right now. Yeah, I haven't showed too many sideband radios with birds, but it looks like it's let's see, on lower sideband, a 250 watt slug. Looks like it's doing a little bit over 25 watts. Upper sideband. Right there, about 25 watts or so. Alrighty. Squelch works. RF gain works. The dimmer. It works. Turn the display off. That works. And turn the talk back on and off. Check. Roger beep. Where's Roger beep at? There it is right there. Check. Alright. Well, there it is. Just to show everything works the way it should. This has been a personal radio of mine that I've been hanging on to this whole time. Even all the times that I've needed a little bit extra cash in the past, I never sold this bad boy. You know, this was the second radio I ever bought. Yes. The third radio I ever bought is the one you always see me using on the beach, which is that Superstar 158. That's the third radio I ever bought. First radio I ever bought was a Cobra 20. Well, the first radio I ever bought was a Cobra 19 Ultra 3. I usually don't use that, but so yeah, Cobra 19 Ultra 3 was my first radio. Second radio, Cobra 29 Bluetooth. This was the third radio. This was the third radio, to be technical. I just say the second real radio. So it's pretty much a converted CB now. You're just going to go by the VFO right here, and I really do hate to let it go. I really do. But hey, man, had to go on vacation, spend a little extra money I didn't have. We had fun though. We went up to the lighthouse, the haunted lighthouse up there in St. Augustine. The kids taught me into taking them to Ripley's, believe it or not. That was very cool. I went there with my brother and his wife too. They'd already been before. Shoot, I think they taught me into going about 2 different gift shops. Maybe 3, heck, I don't remember. Whew. It was fun, man. It was fun. Lots of pizza too. Tore Domino's up and little Papa John. Alright, y'all 73s. Whoever gets this, I hope you enjoy it. It's got a little scratch maybe right here. I mean, other than that, I have not even used this radio. I put it in the car one time maybe for a few weeks. You can see some video gates where I've done that. But other than that, I have not even really used this. Ever since I got it back from Lester up there, I have not used it but once. One time I've used it since then. I just hooked it up to see how it was rocking and rolling. And I was listening all around the band, man, and it's great. So I'll get his video too posted. And so off the eBay it goes. 73s, everybody. Gatekeeper said it. Bye-bye.